U.S. stocks plunged Thursday, with the Dow tumbling over 1,000 points. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell approximately 1,020 points, or about 2.1%, to around 47,700. The S&P 500 declined 1.3% to around 6,780. The Nasdaq Composite dropped 1.2% to around 20,500. The Dow was down over 1,200 points at its intraday lows, marking its biggest one-day drop in months. Iranian threats to close the Strait of Hormuz sent oil prices soaring, with Brent crude breaking above $84 per barrel, sparking deep concerns about inflation resurgence and global economic slowdown. All sectors declined, with airline stocks and small caps leading losses. Airline stocks plunged as soaring oil prices will significantly increase fuel costs. Tech stocks mostly fell, with Tesla down over 2%, Nvidia off over 1%, and Apple, Google, and Amazon each dipping slightly. Microsoft bucked the trend, rising over 1%. Financials faced pressure, with Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, and Goldman Sachs each falling over 4%. Software stocks remained under pressure, with MongoDB plummeting over 28% on disappointing guidance and executive departures. Chinese ADRs mostly declined Thursday, with the Nasdaq Golden Dragon Index down over 1%. EV makers NIO fell over 2%, XPeng Motors dropped nearly 2%, and Li Auto declined over 1%. E-commerce was weak, with Alibaba down over 1%, JD.com off nearly 1%, and Pinduoduo dipping slightly. Tech names Baidu fell nearly 1%, NetEase edged lower, and Trip.com dropped over 2%. U.S. weekly jobless claims came in at 213,000, slightly below expectations, showing the labor market remains solid. However, continuing claims rose to 1.87 million, the largest increase this year. The Fed's Beige Book reported the U.S. economy grew at a slight to moderate pace, with 3/4 of districts citing tariff contributions to prices. Minneapolis Fed President Kashkari stated that Iran conflict has heightened uncertainty about the U.S. economic outlook, making the central bank's rate policy direction harder to predict. In after-hours trading Thursday, Broadcom reported Q1 revenue up 25% year-over-year to $14.92 billion, and adjusted EPS of $1.60, both beating expectations, but Q2 revenue guidance fell short of market expectations, sending shares volatile after hours. For Friday, key focus areas include the February non-farm payrolls report, with expectations for about 130,000 new jobs, and further developments in U.S.-Iran conflict and Strait of Hormuz shipping conditions. Technically, the Dow has broken below 48,000. The S&P 500 has pulled back to around 6,800, and the Nasdaq has fallen to 22,500. The VIX fear gauge has surged significantly, indicating rising market panic. Defensive positioning is advised, with focus on energy stocks and safe haven assets, and caution on chasing tech stocks.